Hoors Ghost.
Do we have a treat for you? Coming from Lancashire, that's right, Lancashire, the original Shire. We have our friend and yours, Giles.
Good to be here, Shane. It's nice to be back.
It's nice to be back, even though you're not here yet.
Even though I'm not here.
No.
Yet. That's true. Just for the age of continuity, it's I actually travel in time, so I have no fixed point. I just dot about. So I may be in the future, I may be in the past. I'm currently here now, and that's what's most important.
Schrodinger's commentator.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the next match that we're going to watch is how do we say this again? Farku Vadar Rezo Raman Daizel.
Well, Flash Funk. Jimmy Snooker.
Oh, yeah.
Saliva.
Saliva Vega.
Yoko.
Yoko Uno, you vapidous taint. And it is, let's see, it is starting at 2 hours, 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the DVD. And we're going to start that in. This is obviously not any of those guys that we just talked about. Oh, hey! It's
Freebird.
fabulous Freebird, Michael Hayes.
Look at that bow tie. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
For a second there, I thought that he was wearing like a yarmulke on his head.
It does look like that, doesn't it?
Yeah. I thought he was just... Because he has got curly hair. And presumably he's good with money.
He is wearing that backwards baseball cap. This really dates the piece, I think.
Au contraire, I think it's still quite hip round.
But is it with it, though? That's the question, Jack.
That is
a big question.
A topic of much scholarly debate.
So we fucked up ages ago because that guy there, Fabulous Freebird Michael Hayes, he's going by the current name Doc Hendricks. And we called him Fabulous Freebird Michael Hayes. And then we realised later on that he was called Doc Hendricks. So we corrected ourselves by saying, that wasn't Oh, there's Zeb Coulter. That's not Michael Hayes. It's fucking...
That man looks lost.
He does.
It's not even... This is Zeb Coulter. Probably not. Has he got a picture of himself? No, it's Jerry Adams.
I don't think the people are interested.
Well, there's Jerry Adams. We really need Ian Paisley.
Oh, Christ. After losing
Your main event, Jerry Adams takes on the fire-breathing minister from the north, Ian Paisley. I would watch that. Not now, though. That would be a sad fight now.
Well, sad because it would only be one-sided.
Ulster says, bring it on.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yes. It's a Nation of Domination. 2 white guys rapping.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, brilliant.
It would have been... It's weird to think about it now, but at the time, you wouldn't have went, wow, this is so dumb.
You would have been up on your feet, raising the roof, praising the roof. Obviously because they're Nation of Islam, though.
Well, of course.
You would have been praising the floor.
Oh, that's why he's wearing the bow tie. Okay, I get it.
It's kind of like, have you seen The Wire?
Yeah.
What do you call the brother in The Wire? Brother...
Oh, the hitman.
Yeah, brother, whatever his name is. He's Nation of Islam as well.
Yeah, it's quite terrifying, actually, wasn't it?
Yes. Of domination. You remember that fucking song?
He's doing
He's doing the Black Bar Fest. There you go.
So his entire backstory is that he's just part of the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
It seems like it, yeah. You gotta imagine that would not have been a popular gimmick with a lot of the mainly white conservative.
That is true. It's all judging by the amount of leather.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
This is not the real Razor Ramon. This
That
is
is not the real Razor
This
Ramon.
is the fake Razor Ramon. The real Razor Ramon went to WCW.
So they just created another one?
Yeah, it's kind of like to make fun of.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, there he is, Bull Cut Kid. That was Bull Cut Kid.
Ah.
Yeah.
It is
He
a
of legend.
It is a very impressive bowl cut, I must say.
Yes, he's a great kid. He'll be there the whole time. Don't worry, we'll see him again. I'm calling this team WCW because Vader, Razor Ramon, and Diesel were all WCW guys.
Yeah.
And obviously Diesel and Razor Ramon, well, they're being look. He's got toothpicks all over. He's got one behind his ear. He's got one in his mouth.
That's that man who's supposed to go dental hygiene.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. This is probably going to be the fake Diesel. Yep, Kian. What a guy.
I think if there was another fake Diesel or fake Diesel, he'd just be called LPG.
Or, oh, look at that guy. Or just, he'd be Green Diesel or something.
Yeah.
Red Diesel.
Unleaded. Unleaded, I think, would be a good name for a wrestler.
They don't call it that in the States. Like.
What do they call it?
I don't know. Because leaded and unleaded.
Do they just, I shouldn't just still put lead in their fuel?
I suppose. Well, they do love excess. And there's no...
The wily yank.
Whereas we go, we'll leave the lead out of it. It's a bit much. It's like, this is America, and I want to go to the extreme. I want to experience that extreme.
It's like, no, we want more asbestos.
Oh, there it is, Vader.
Whoa, he's
Vader's fucking huge, isn't he? Yeah.
quite portly, I must say.
He can move though. You should see him doing.
Actually, that was, considering his relative size, that roll into the ring was pretty impressive.
He can do moonsaults and stuff like
Wow.
Vader's fucking huge. In fact, one of the matches versus Shawn Michaels, it was pretty shit until the end. Whenever he did a moonsault and landed on his feet, I think.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen most of these guys actually. So Flash Funk, Jimmy Snuka, Salvio Vega we have seen. Or Salvio
Is
Vega.
he going in
there.
first by himself?
Yeah. Which is probably the stupid thing to do. Salvio Vega normally wears what looks to be like a Flintstones style jacket. Looks torn out at the side. Oh. Hey! It's Jim Cornette! When did he turn up?
That's one sharp suit.
Oh, fucking hell, there he is.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Who's this gentleman?
Yokozuna.
Whoa.
Yep.
Is he a former sumo wrestler? Or-
No, he's just a fat Samoan.
So he never actually did sumo?
No, don't think so. No. He just dressed up like one.
Oh.
And he wasn't even Japanese.
No, I know, but there's like Japan and
The Rock's
Hawaii
cousin.
have a big historically there's a big link somewhere there.
Well, because
Other
they're
than, like-
both Pacific. Hey!
Yeah, I think there's a lot of Samoans have gone into sumo wrestling there, and they've done quite well. I think.
Oh.
Flesh Funk. I love. Oh fuck! Synchronized dancing. Good job, girls. Well done. And you know what? Well done to you, Flesh Funk.
He's just going all out.
He changes his name to Too Cold Scorpio later on as well. Look at the guys.
Also, he's a religious man.
Oh, hey! There he is again.
Oh, sorry, was that bowl cut kid?
It was Bull Cut Kid, yeah. Very angry, as usual.
My parents wouldn't let me get a bowl cut when I was young, and for that I thank them. If I had a bowl cut, I don't think I'd ever speak to them again.
Do you know, there's a lot of things that my dad didn't let me do whenever I was younger. And his excuse for it was like, actually you look like an idiot. And I was like, no, all the guys are doing it, right? Frosted tips, that was one thing I wasn't allowed to do. He said, oh, you look like beans on toast. And I was going, yeah, I would, yeah. Frosted tips. And what else? Getting a Man United top as well. He said he'd let me have it as long as I paid for it, which is fair enough because if... Oh, the mystery partner, who we've already ruined. I'm sorry.
It's a bit unfair though when they go, as long as you can pay for it. You know I don't have a steady income as an 8-year-old.
Unless
There he
If
is.
you went in for a life of crime and then paid for it, technically you have the income to pay for it. Not legitimately.
But crime doesn't pay.
Or does it?
Give me an idea. Press stop on the recording. I've had an idea.
We'll need 2 rolls of duct tape, 10 glands of hydrochlorophene, and 1 rubber sponge.
I was like, Keenan and Kale just like, meet me out back. Oh, Keenan, how do I know? Oh, here it goes. Kale. You're a guy. Anyways, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Big guy back in the 80s. He was the one who kind of made Mankind want to be a wrestler. He saw him do a jump off the top of the cage at Madison Square Gardens. He's got a daughter now in wrestling called Amina Snuka? Tamina Snuka. Luckily, she's a lot prettier than he is.
Where's he from?
Oh,
Is he in New York?
oh Lord, I have no idea.
The Samoan gentleman, is he actually the cousin of The Rock?
Yes, he
Wow.
is. Yeah,
Isn't he related to Jimmy Superfly Snuka as well?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think The Rock is related to basically everyone that wasn't like bright white wrestling in the 70s or 80s.
Wow.
So his pedigree is like, I don't know how the hell this works, but maybe it just must have been this weird family where everyone's like, do you know what I love?
The Inouye,
Wrestling.
the Inouye family.
Let's get into it.
Which is what he's from.
Is that it? Yeah.
I think
So
it's-
everyone
I
in
think
it's
it's
just a
pronounced
wrestler, yeah.
Inouye, but yeah, they're pretty big.
I suppose
He's from Fiji.
Fiji.
Yes.
That's way off with New York.
Yeah. It does not say whether he's part of the Inouye family or not. However, I will look it up.
As I recall, Fiji had a coup recently, and I think if you want to sort out that coup, you just send The Rock.
He'd
Yeah.
sort of. Oh, Jesus, there goes.
Got a lot of
Big
cachet
man.
there as well, I would imagine.
Exactly.
He was Hercules, for Christ's sake.
Let's
And the
see.
Scorpion King. Ooh, that was a brave move there. Backflip from the turnbuckle to the outside in that one piece.
Was.
Oh.
This is, I think this is an elimination match as well, so whenever someone's pinned, they just are removed.
And same rules if you're out of the ring, you're out.
So,
Chicken.
Oh! Fucking hell. Oh, smacked his knees though. Damn. Would have bust them knees up. Oh! Pop-up powerbomb? No? Oh yeah, well done.
Ow, God.
Yeah, you could hear that.
So, the Inouye family, Reverend Inouye Amutan, I'm probably mispronouncing this, and Peter Maivia were blood brothers.
Do you mean like they're actually related, or like they like cut their palms and shook hands? Because I don't know anymore.
Can refer to one of two things: male related by future birth, or two or more men not related by birth who have sworn loyalty to one another. So probably the loyalty. Anyway,
Okay.
it turns out that Peter married. So Peter Maravilla married someone else. He already had a daughter named Atta, whom he adopted and raised his own, and she married Rocky Johnson. So, and Rocky Johnson then had Dwayne Johnson. So so that's why. So the family tree is huge. Actually, there's loads of people there.
Loads of
Samu,
wrestlers, yeah.
Manu, Black Pearl, Yokozuna, LS Smooth, Rosie, Roman Reigns, Tonga, Naomi, who is... Wait, what the fuck? Oh, yes, of course. Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, Rikishi, otherwise known as Fatu, Peter Maivia, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and Rocky Johnson. So,
Wow, that's
fucking
an
crazy, isn't
Actual huge family tree.
Yes.
Just looking at the chat. That's astounding.
yeah. And the weird thing is that on the same level, you got different levels of family tree, on the same level is Roman Reigns and Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and Rikishi.
Wow.
So they're all on the same kind. They were like cousins to one another, and then Rikishi's sons would be Jimmy and Jey Uso. Who, oh fucking hell, that was a shit.
Yeah, he didn't sell that property at all, did he?
No, he don't even think he did it properly. Wait a second. What type of flag is Savio Vega wearing?
I think he's Puerto Rican, isn't
I think, yeah, it looks like...
Is it the Puerto Rican flag?
Or Dominican Republic?
Oh, you see where he's got the torn things like
Has he torn off the arms for aerodynamic purposes?
wearing a Saw Doctor t-shirt. Look at Yokozuna, like, not even... He's just trying his hardest not to keel over.
I'm gassed, guys. What do you mean you've just been standing here for 2 minutes? Oh, it's hot in here.
That gentleman looks like Gene Simmons. He's huge. I mean, just looking at his height compared to...
Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kane looks like Gene Simmons, yeah.
Fucking
Hell, yeah, he does, yeah.
I also just look at his size, his sheer size. I mean, it's...
He's Gene Simmons.
One Singers of Kiss.
No, what size is he?
Oh, size. Gene Simmons is, I assume, shorter, but he's just like a sort of...
But he always looks massive in interviews, because he's probably the kind of fellow that goes, I won't do interviews with anybody who's taller than me.
Exactly, everyone has to sit on stools.
Yeah.
Lower stools. It's a power move.
Oh.
He's also Jewish, and his name isn't Gene, nor is it Simmons.
Chaim, is he?
Chaim Weiss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah.
He does not seem like a great dude from watching interviews.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's not. It's, there's some of the comments he's made about people with depression and things are just horrible.
What?
Oh,
Really?
yes.
What's he said about what? Oh, fucking hell, Farouk. That was brilliant.
Take it easy, buddy. You're trying to kill the man, aren't you?
That wasn't even a spine buster. That was
just a flat-out murder attempt.
Is it because he's taking out the trash?
Yeah.
That's gotta be it.
Jim Cornette is brilliant. He does a fucking class shoot. He's brilliant at shoots. Like people, I think people just ring up Jim Cornette and go, "Jim, tell us about Stone Cold." And he says, "I'm telling you about the rattlesnake." And he just goes into it. But he did a brilliant one about Brock Lesnar. Now he was going out with this woman. I think he's married to her now. I can't mind her name. And he's brilliant because he starts off the interviews with like, "Nah, I'm not going to tell you exactly where, but she got a piercing in a very feminine area, if you catch my meaning." And he starts off like that, and basically the story goes that she had this piercing and she was supposed to be fighting Brock Lesnar in whatever Brock Lesnar was in before the Fed. And in fact, what would
It was oh yeah, that's a good.
was it Ohio Valley?
Yeah, I think that sounds right. Yeah.
So anyway, so one of his things he used to do was he used to put them in an overhead press. And the way you put them in an overhead press is that you just grab them there on their chest, and then the other hand goes around their groin area. But generally, you get them in a bit where you're kind of applying pressure to their thigh or something. And he was ribbing her and saying like, "I'm gonna get you up here and I'm gonna squeeze you." And she was like not even joking, just going like, "Please don't, please don't, please don't. It's really sensitive. Please don't. Wise up." And he was like, "I'm gonna do it.
Fucking hell!
Did he do it?
Just body slam Vader.
Yeah, well, Jimmy's a nice snooker.
Look at that.
Yeah, I know.
I don't even know what that is. Some sort of witchcraft?
Wizardry. Well, you know, he's from Fiji, so God knows who. God knows who he's killed, whose blood he's drank for that voodoo powers. And also, he's obviously wearing an actual cat, so...
Yeah.
But anyway...
It's a weird look.
So he did it, and she said it hurt like fuck. And then when I went backstage, Jim Cornette went up to Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is huge, like he is massive. And he was like, she told you not to do it, Brock, and you done did it. Why the fuck did you do that? And Brock Lesnar was going like, "Oh, it was only a joke." And he's going like, "It isn't a joke, it isn't fucking funny, you tall motherfucker. What the fuck are you doing?" So obviously he moves from like, "You squeezed her cunt, Brock." So he goes from being very polite to just doing that. And apparently Brock was like getting real huffy at this, you know. Like, "Oh, but it was only a joke, like." And Jim Cornette preempted Brock Lesnar probably trying to like score up to him. So he went like, "I'm not gonna fight you, Brock. Only a fucking idiot would fight you. I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking head." "But you'd probably still survive that, you thick-skulled motherfucker." He's so awesome. He has that brilliant line that you love as well about Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, because Shawn Michaels, born again Christian. I wasn't such a fucking fan the first time you were born. Always hated your guts, Shawn.
He fucking hates Shawn Michaels, yeah.
Is that a personal vendetta?
God, Shawn Michaels was just up his own arse. Like he had loads of personal problems. He thought he was the real deal. Like, he thought that the Fed was basically Shawn Michaels' little baby, and he's probably an absolute fucker to be around.
Sounds like Axl Rose.
Oh, there he is! Brilliant.
Ooh. Imagine Axl Rose as a wrestler.
Yeah.
It was perfect targeting right there.
Oh!
Oh, goddamn.
Fucking hell, that was some shot! Oh, fucking in the head as well! There's Yokozuna.
Oh.
Yokozuna has been in the match.
Yes! Come on, Savio, give it to them. It's just fucking chairs everywhere.
So someone just handing them chairs.
Yeah. Oh, so the whole lot of them have been disqualified. It's no contest. There we go. Get out the fuck.
Is it like you have to take your own chair home, or
They used to. I told you about the ECW chair thing, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome. Where the fans just threw chairs into the ring. Great stuff. So I think that's it, actually. Yeah, in fact, I think that that's it. That was your shitty match. So we'll pause that right there.
Yokozuna didn't do a thing.
He fucking didn't. He was in it burn, like the man was close to being dead. Like I think he. Yeah, that was fine. You guys talk about what you're feeling then.
I think it was. I say it was quite slow. This is just from obviously my perspective, but there was obviously moments where everyone was in the ring, but other moments where some people were just sitting at the side out of exhaustion, out of interest. I was surprised because I thought, it's even when there's just two people in the ring, other people would be on the outside trying to get in, or trying to disrupt the flow. I thought it was a little stunted in terms of flow, but.
Well, no, you're absolutely right. I think that once you get to these elimination matches, they're really weird because you've got 8 guys in the ring, and you want to tell a story, and you want to kind of, without using words, basically using mime, explain the story of this. And because Yokozuna was there, because Jimmy Superfly Snuka was there, because it was Razor Ramon, Diesel, Vader, and Farouk, who were all massive heels at the time, they obviously wanted Flash Funk, Jimmy Snuka, Savio Vega, and Yokozuna to win. But because half of those men were ancient in wrestling terms, in fact, Yokozuna only lasted for another 3 years, and then he died in 2000. You can't have it a long match. So basically it would be a wash. So they had 2 choices there. Either they were going to get Yokozuna out quickly, which would then make him look like a tool. He'd look like the weakling of the group. Or they could have a wash. And if it's a wash, then the bad guys lose clean. And when the bad guys lose clean, it looks really bad because it's like, oh, well, these guys are now weak.
Yeah. So
they preempted that by disqualifying themselves. By saying like, oh, you didn't beat us, and if you didn't beat us because we disqualified ourselves, as opposed to, you beat us, you got all 4 of us out and not one of you lost. So, it's a really old tactic, and it's called a screwy ending, and I fucking hate them.
I can entirely agree, because it seems like, a cop-out in a way to say, it's just like, well, we're just going to, if no one's going to win, we're just going to...
But it was a gimmick match. I mean, Razor Ramon and Diesel were gimmicks because they're the fake ones. Everyone knew that the real ones were gone. You had Vader, who is a great guy, but unfortunately he's just fucking floating about in the mid-card. And you got Farouk, who's the biggest heel because he's a black supremacist. Versus Savio Vega, who's already an established face. Yokozuna and Jimmy Snuka, who are the veterans there, who were brought in for a joke probably, and Flash Funk, this is his first PPV.
And the fake sort of wrestlers.
Yeah.
Does WCW respond to that? Because obviously the 2 wrestlers initially went to WCW.
Yes.
And then the fake ones are coming to sort of mock them.
Yes.
Is there sort of the other side of the coin, WCW? I was saying, look at WWF, look what they're doing.
Dan, do you know the answer to that? Do WCW respond?
They would do similar things with maybe people that went to WWF. Afterwards, they'd shit on the character that had been in WCW. There's a lot of that kind of, like, when Jim Ross, he's one of the commentators,
Yeah.
he had Bell's palsy, and side of his face basically went numb. Yeah. And they had someone imitate that from commentary in WCW. Really petty.
Yes, it's. I mean, so it's not so much a leaving cake and a goodbye card. Good luck in the other wrestling league.
Yeah,
you'll be missed.
Yeah, I don't think there was any.
Yeah, Glenda.
It's Glenda from accounts. She's great, isn't she? We should stay in touch.
The thing is, there's a lot of because of the way the wrestling works. There's a lot of what we call work shoots, which a shoot is whenever it's real life, and whenever someone comes out and speaks out of character, that's a shoot. Yeah. And a work is whenever it's within the confines of kayfabe, so whenever it's fake. So a worked shoot would be whenever it's kind of a mixture of real things and fake things. And a lot of times, you'd hear wrestling commentators or people who are in the rags saying things like, "Oh, this is a work," like, "Oh, he's not really hurt. It's a work," So it's to make you believe that it's real when actually it's fake. And we don't know, because it was so long ago and because there's no evidence at the time and because no one really likes talking about it, we don't know whether whenever they were leaving, Vince kind of said, "Here's, it's okay if we make fun of you." And knowing him, he probably wouldn't have asked. Actually, he probably would have just fucking went for it. Because he's not that type of guy.
I'm very, very intrigued by obviously the use of terminology, but also it's you say the concept of a work shoot. Mm-hmm. It's do they try and work it into, say, their sort of narrative? So, for example, someone goes to WCW, do they go, "Oh, he's got to WCW," or do they make a backstory like he's run off or he's got to try and.
Oh, so it's like whenever someone leaves like a soap opera and they say they've gone.
He's gone to Tahiti to pick up his lost love or something.
They're generally. The fans will know that they're leaving, but very rarely is it kind of mentioned in storyline, unless they're again gonna work it somehow. Like they do talk about Brock Lesnar being UFC champ.
Oh,
yeah, but that's a different era. Obviously, back then there was no internet really, and people
savages.
Yes, and information wasn't easily passed. Like there was a guy called. George the Animal Steele. Is it George Steele?
I don't know. Actually,
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's George the Animal Steele. And he wrestled back in the 80s. He played a character named the Animal. He was like a caveman essentially. And the whole time he was wrestling, he pretended that he was an animal, and he also had a job as a PE teacher.
Oh.
And his kids, who he taught, would say "You look like the animal," and he's like, "Come on, I'm not that ugly," and he would be the animal. But he kept it secret for years and years and years. And the same with Dusty Rhodes, who passed away quite recently. Dusty used to he had quote unquote broken his arm in a match, and according to Goldust, his son, and Cody, he used to come home with the fake cast on. Yeah, and there's loads of stories of wrestlers who would keep it up, so whenever they went home, they would still go, "Oh, I'm gonna get him," even though it's all fake, So
that's impressive. That's a proper commitment to sort of their character, as it were.
But yeah, there's very few moments where they kill a character off or where they explain where a character has gone if they've gone to another company. However, whenever they procure characters, especially later on, whenever Taz comes in and Jericho. And in fact, all of the Radicals, whenever they come in, it's very clear, we got these guys from WCW. But again, that was to kind of get a dig in at WCW. Normally, it's never actually explained. I cannot remember someone leaving and it being a farewell. It wasn't well received.
I would love to see it's like a wrestling executive gather all the wrestlers around and goes, "Guys, I know that it's you all know Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I'm very sorry to say that he's passed on to a better place. He's gone to Vegas, baby."
Well, I know that whenever Batista left recently, because he's Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy. Whenever he left, Triple H while shouting him down, like because he basically said, "I quit," and he walked out. And Triple H kind of broke kayfabe and goes like, "Go to your stupid film. I hope it fails." And he was very, obvious that that's what he's going to go do. And Triple H was, as we've mentioned a couple of times before, is that he was involved in the curtain call with all the rest of the lads. So, to answer your question, yes, it has happened, but not often, where people kind of get explained their absences.
Well, I think this is. I said I really like this element of wrestling, being being novice when it comes to wrestling. I like the idea of, I said before, not just the not just the wrestling, but the backstory itself. It adds a whole new dimension to. I said that the fights, the relationships, the laughter, the tears,
the love. Well, anyway, we're going to be moving on. Because this was a 10-minute match that is now approaching 30 minutes of chatting. So, so the next match is the main event, which is Psycho Sid versus Shawn Michaels for the World Heavyweight Championship. Giles has never seen Shawn Michaels wrestle. So, you should look forward to this.
This has been built up, very to a great degree, so I'm very much looking forward to this.
I hope it's a good match, because if it's not, I'm going to be really embarrassed that you're watching this match.
And I would have to write a letter to the said Mr. Michaels in question.
Yeah. Yes. Damn, Mr. Hickenbottom. Anyway, so that's Shawn Michaels versus Psycho Sid, and it's coming up next.